Well, I've been wanting to ride one of these for a while, and thankfully I've been given my chance. It's a 765 Street Triple R. It's not the RS, it's not the full-blown big boy model, but it is the mid-range. So it's got about 116 horsepower, I think, and 77 newton meters of torque. It's not a slow bike at all. But the RS has 121, so it's faster. Yeah, so this is, as I said, part of the 765 range. So it's got that awesome colour TFT dash. Really easy to see everything, and it changes whether it's day or night. So it's like, obviously it's daytime now and it's nice and bright, easy to see. When it's nighttime it turns dark. It's really cool. Alright, let's see what it can do. Whoa! That is oh my god, that is tasty. Man, for the mid-range it's certainly got some grunt. Mid-range spec, I should say, mid-range model rather. But it does have mid-range, so that's handy. It's quite hard to describe actually. It's super smooth, but like when you're going like this, it's just kind of constant input on the throttle, cruising speeds. It's really smooth. It's buttery smooth. But when you open it up, it starts to vibrate a little bit more. I guess just the design inherent in the engine. I haven't ridden any other triples apart from one go in my friend's old speed triple from like 2007 or something, 2008. And this is a bit of a different beast to that. It's not as powerful, but it's much more refined. I rode his one a long time ago, so it's not really fair to make a comparison just yet. The one thing I have noticed that is quite annoying on it is when you throttle on off like that, like when you're trying to maintain a speed, it's quite jerky when it comes on and off the throttle. And I think it could be smoothed out with software, because this is all ride-by-wire throttle and obviously fuel injected, so I don't think it's impossible to smooth out, but I mean, we'll see. You can even see the rev gauge nose. So what else has it got? It's got a rider mode, so you've got rider, which is what I'm on now. Hey. And I can't change it. I think it's because rider, as I've set it, it has traction control turned off, and the bike needs to be stationary for that to change. Then to turn it off, it just needs to be not moving. But it's also got rain, road, and track, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what each do, but I guess rain mode probably cut a bit of the power, dampen the throttle response so you're not skidding out everywhere and all that sort of stuff in the wet. Road increases it a little bit more, full power, slightly softer throttle response, but not as much as rain, and I guess track is the full beans of everything. So the RS also has better suspension and a quick shifter, and this, with that jolty throttle, it would benefit quite a lot with the quick shifter, and you can spec one on, so all is not lost. Oh, I love how much it pulls though. It's just any time in the rev range you open the throttle, there's going to be some grunt there, and it's quite flickable too. I'm usually a little bit hesitant on these more upright bikes because I'm not good enough to explore the limits of the tyre, and I don't want to bin it. It's also got Brembo calipers, but I couldn't tell you what model they are, but they're lower spec again than the RS. The RS has the M50s, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. What else can I say about it? Well, it's super comfy, as you'd expect from a street trip. Well, nothing much has really changed there. The foot pegs are, I don't know, they feel a little bit slippery to me. My feet keep slipping off them. And here is sound test tunnel with the stock exhaust. Yep, not bad. I love triples. I don't know why I haven't had one. They're so much fun. They're so talky, so characterful. Pretty sure that's not a word. But they rasp and they howl and they rev quite well, especially these newer ones. I don't remember the speed triples rev range, but I don't think it was too much less than 12 and a half. That's a great bike. It's a really, really good bike. You can see why it's had so many awards. One thing I will mention that I really, really don't like is that it has parking lights, which purely serve, as far as I can tell, they only serve to drain your battery when you're not there, because you turn it off, you turn around to lock, but if you're not careful you go further and hit the parking lights, and basically all it does is leave the lights on until you come back. What's the point in that? That's so dumb. Is it for visibility? You leave your lights on so people know where your bike is? I have no idea. I've never been in the situation where I've needed to illuminate my motorcycle more than it already is, and at the risk of draining the battery, which is what happened to this thing. I turned it off, came back, and the battery was so weird, so I had to charge it up a little bit. It's too easy to speed on this thing, man. It's just too easy. You get some gas. Why do all the bikes I review have low gas? What else? So let's go through more of the on-bike settings. So you got this home button. It brings up this one. You've got a 5-way joystick here. So you got the riding modes: Rider, Rain, Road, Sport. Yep. Bike setup. Oh, it says automatic indicator, so that's kind of neat. You can turn off ABS and traction control. Your trips, your display. Actually, that is pretty cool. How do I go back? Okay, I don't want to hold anyone up, but so you can actually change what the display is telling you with the joystick. So you can go into, oh, it needs a service. That's cool. Your trips, your temperature, your gauge style, which I like, so you can change that, which is very cool. I'll go with that one actually, that's quite nice. And the auto contrast thing, so that does nothing. God, this bike is really, really fun. Oh no. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, I mean, I thought I had the Aprilia Dorsa Duro for a while, and that was a really fun bike actually. That was a lot of fun, but it had like a few little niggles. Like it was really juddery under about 4,000 RPM. It's a bit heavy. It made good power. I mean, it's a 900cc V-twin, so it was definitely not slow, I think you'd call it. But it wasn't the hooligan machine I wanted it to be. You turn the traction control off and it got kind of a bit loony. But yeah, it was still good though. It's got a Fouls Park.
Yeah, the Dusseldorf was good, but I mean the street triple, especially this one. I'd love to ride the older 675 to get a nice feel for how they were versus how they are now. But this is just, it's spectacular. It is a fair bit of money. I think this goes for about 19 in New Zealand. Pull in here and you guys can have a quick look at it. I need to have a go on the RS properly. Need to work on those finishes of the wheelies there. This is pretty. So there it is. It's not ugly, that's for sure. Even with a bee flying around it. They've fixed the headlights. They used to be a little bit more angular, a little bit more insectoid, and I think it looks a lot better now. Braided lines. I love that exhaust, how it kind of intersects. I think it looks really nice. The headers, right there. Great colour scheme. It's got those Rosso Corsa tyres on the front and back, and they're spectacular, those things. I mean, they are expensive for tyres, but I mean, you get what you pay for. Gorgeous. Really is. It's nice. The dimensions are really nice. It's quite compact, but it doesn't feel small, if you know what I mean. Like, it's almost, it's hard. I mean, personally, I find it kind of hard to distinguish between street fighters and just naked bikes, I guess, and all like super nakeds. This isn't quite a super naked, because that's more 210 S1000 area, but this is more than just the old naked bike, that's for sure. Put it on race rider mode for no traction control. I'd love to hear what these sound like with a proper exhaust as well, because it's not, the Dorsoduro had a crap exhaust, to be honest. It sounded wooden and boring. This sounds pretty good. It's great. It's got just enough torque, so when you pin it in first, I mean, responsibly, not like you roll on, it's the front wheel lifts just a little bit, just enough to be off the ground, but not full wheelie mode. It's really cool. Does make you wonder though, this engine is really, really good. I mean, it's so good that they're going to use it in Moto 2 next year, 2019. Obviously adapted and retuned and all that sort of good stuff, but bollocks, fuck. They're going to use it in Moto over the CBR 600 engine, which they've used for the last 1,000 years. So surely that means they're going to be bringing out a Daytona 765. I mean, it makes sense, right? Oopsie.
Yeah, like, I mean, it makes sense for them to bring out a Daytona 765, because I mean, if they've been chosen over everyone else to create a Moto 2 engine, it's got to be pretty damn good. I mean, reliability is always, going up against Honda for reliability is a big ask, no matter who you are. So there's that. But I don't think they would have chosen Triumph if they didn't have faith they could do it. So I mean, that's what I want. I want a Daytona 765.
People think it's great to ride in summer, roads are dry and it's nice and warm and all that other stuff. Yep, you're not wrong. But holy hell, when you stop at a set of lights or something, jeepers creepers, it gets hot really fast. What a first world problem.
Oh, that low end, it's so good. It growls and it just husks its way along. In the meantime, the beast needs to drink.
That's so Get the flybys. Alright. This thing isn't very good on gas, I will be honest. Yeah, I drained it pretty quick. I don't ride very economically, to be fair, but it's not the best. Maybe it's just got a really small tank. It's probably in about 13, 14 litres. I love, you can see that, the fuel gauge there. I mean, it's like a modern car, almost, this thing. And if this was touchscreen, you could, boop, like that. It would just be unbelievable. Why bother wearing a helmet and a jacket and shorts? What is the point? So yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic, fantastic motorcycle. And in stock form, it is sorry. In stock form, this is so nice. I mean, the only thing I would actually look into is a quick shifter, because the clutch is it's an assist clutch, and I don't really know how that works. It's a slipper and assist clutch, I think is what it's called. And it means it's really light, really easy to change, but often, if you're like me at least, you'll be doing clutchless upshifts. And with that iffy throttling that on when you go in, it kind of makes it a little bit jerky. It kind of goes a little bit, which is not ideal for when you're really trying to change. It's just a bit clunky, and a quick shifter would solve all that. Oh dear, what have I done? I might actually. Oh, nasty, nasty, nasty. Actually, something I haven't talked about yet is the visibility. I mean, obviously most bikes are fine with forward and blind spots and all that sort of stuff. Well, not fine, but they're all about the same. Jeepers, this is great turning circle, actually. Look at that. That was just off lock. Yeah, I mean, you're not in a car, so there's nothing impeding looking around you. That's what I mean. Oh, I can't get over that engine, eh? But the mirrors are pretty damn crap, actually. It took a while. I had to pull them in and then push. You can move the glass. I had to pull the things in, the stalks in, and push the glass out and up to get sort of anything really behind me, and it's still not quite perfect, which is irritating. I mean, you don't want to be fiddling around with these things all day. You want to be riding, man. Oh, that is a nasty crash. Ouch, that has ruined the year. Bloody hell. Anyway, this bike is so quick. The mid-range is just incredible. 80k or 4,500, you open up, and it's straight away. It just pulls you back. 4,000. It's a bit slower, but it's still right there, and it sounds so good. Whoa. Whoa. And it revs so quickly and so smoothly. Oh, I love it. I really do. Triumph, you have nailed it. Alright, one more, and then we'll go home. Oh man, yeah. Go down a second for this lovely sweeper on ramp. Well, that's pretty much all I've got to say.
hopefully you enjoyed this little review. Yeah, don't forget to do the old like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It does really help out. I know it's been said a lot and an annoying amount of times, but it does genuinely help out. So anyway, peace out.